All right, guys, I am back as promised. Still here. I'm glad you're still with me. All right, so we've covered a few things here. You know, I got you guys warmed up, got you introduced to who I was. We talked about the unlived life. We talked about the 3 F's. What were the 3 F's? Do you remember? Freedom of money, freedom of time, and freedom of situation. We delved into freedom of money a little bit. But the next thing, right after freedom of money, right after everybody's money troubles, you know, everybody goes around, you know, saying this, stuff like, I can't afford it. It's too expensive. I don't have the money. Right after that, the next thing out of everybody's mouth is, I don't have the time, So let's start working on the time thing, okay? I got you a little bit started with the money. Let's talk a little bit about the time. You have to have time, okay, to do the things that you need to do. I won't lie to you. Whether you start participating in the VSN program here, or you've got your own thing going, or maybe you're already in business, you know that it takes time. There's going to be some activities that you're going to have to do. The key to time is, guys, though, is doing things. First of all, you want to do everything in the most efficient way as possible, obviously. So make sure you know your stuff and that you're doing things in the right way. Again, though, sometimes there's no better way. You've got to make some mistakes, and you've got to do a little bit of trying to figure it out. Okay, you've got to work on it to figure it out. But beyond that, you want to start looking at places in your life where you are doing things that you shouldn't be doing that other people can do. Laurel Langmeyer, if you don't know who Laurel Langmeyer is, I highly recommend that you Google Laurel Langmeyer and read some of her books, look at her website. But she has a saying. She's like, if you don't have time, that means you need team. So in order to get time, you need team. Now, what the heck do we mean by that? Now, what I do not mean for you to do, especially if you're just starting out, is to go out and hire a whole crew of people, and, go into debt up to your eyeballs. No, I'm not talking about that. Start looking at little areas around your life, and they don't even necessarily have to be things that are related directly to your business. They can be other things. For instance, do you clean your own home? Do you mow your own lawn? Okay. These are things that take up probably a few hours of your week each week that you could be using that time to implement your marketing plan, create a marketing plan, do different activities that you have to do in your business. Maybe it's just good time to just breathe. Because if you don't have downtime, you're going to burn out. And you're not going to get very far in what you're doing. And we're going to talk about energy in a future video. So start looking at ways where you can replace yourself. And ultimately, your goal in your business is to replace yourself. And that sounds very counterintuitive to a lot of people. I'm in business with my dad, and he has a really tough time with this idea of replacing yourself. He absolutely does not like that idea at all. He's very old school, very hands-on, but really, ultimately, you cannot be in two places at once. And while maybe you can do everything in the way that you like it done, you're still not doing it perfectly. Okay, and you're not an expert on every field. So if you're doing things that are taking away from other things that are more important, you need to start looking at that. And you need to start saying, where can I start getting a team involved? And a team, sometimes if you guys have a family, sometimes your family, if you do it in a positive way, you can get them involved. And sometimes you just fork over a little bit of money and pay somebody to do some of these mundane tasks like cleaning your house or mowing your lawn. And then when you get down to the business side of things too. I mean, do you really want to, if you don't, unless you are a programmer and you love that, do you really want to spend a lot of time, trying to design a website and everything like that when you can have a lot of these things done very inexpensively? They don't cost what you think they cost. I'm going to give you a couple of places that you can go check out if you're looking to get little things done. Like for me as a musician, I'm always looking for things like flyers and different posters and different kind of promo material like that. For stuff like that, anything like that, go to Fiverr. That's Fiverr.com. Go to Fiverr.com and you can get those type of little things done. Literally, a lot of stuff for like $5, maybe 20 at the most. So you can get stuff done, and it's done well in a timely fashion. And the other site you want to look at is elance.com. Look at Elance, and those are people that could work with you on a more long-term basis. So if you need somebody to, to check your emails for you, or to make follow-up phone calls for you, or do different things like that, this is a place to find people like that. So there are some resources out there, and again, they do not cost you an arm and a leg. They're very, very affordable. So if you're scratching your head going like, how am I going to get all this done? Start looking at areas in your life where you are doing things that you don't need to be doing, things that could be easily done by other people. And then ultimately go towards that goal of replacing yourself in your business. So what happens when you replace yourself in your business? Now, we're going to get into this again in a future video, but it doesn't mean it's the end. That doesn't mean that you fade off into the distance. No, that gives you now time to go and create the next thing. So it's really exciting. That's what life is all about. We create one thing, we do that, we get that rolling, and then we go and we do the next thing. So it's really exciting. It's a lot of fun, and you're going to bring a lot of really cool people into your life. They're going to have different kind of energy, and they're going to really motivate you and excite you. So it's very, very cool thing to do. And just start very low, very, very small. If you're not used to managing people, just get a kid to mow your lawn and practice how you negotiate that and work with that, and then move up from there. But just find different ways to buy yourself a little bit of time each week so that you can start doing these things and start implementing the things that you want to do, including, hopefully, if you haven't already, started to participate in the VSN program. So again, that takes time, and you need a team. So remember, if you're out of time, that means you need team. All right. All right, I think I have driven that point home. My name is Lou Lombardi. Thanks for watching. And if you feel like it, if you're looking for something to do on the internet, you can check me out at awakentherockstarwithin.com. See you guys in the next video.